Hi, in this video we are going to see data wave pattern matching. This is similar to switch case in other programming language. So I'll just go through the official documentation first. So MuleSoft pattern matching. So if you look at the official documentation, this is match or switch statement in any other language. So what it will do, so it is like a case statement. For example, if you have any input and you wanted to match with that particular value with a different case. So for example, if the particular case is met, then this has to execute it. So similarly, you can have a valid matching criteria, and if nothing is valid in the above, then it will execute the else condition. So we are going to see pattern matching in DataWave through demo. So in order to do that, I'll just quickly create a quick demo project. I'll call this project name as DataWave demo 12. I'll do a click finish. So in order to do data wave coding, I'm going to add transform message here. I just added the transform message here, and I don't want this window, so I'll just close this. So whatever the window, it's not required, I'm just closing it so that we will have more space to write the data wave coding. Okay, so we have more space now, so I'll just have data wave editor alone little big. Yeah, so now we have a data wave editor, and here I'll just click the preview also. So whatever the code we are going to write, we are going to see the output in the right side. So I just wanted to see my output in the JSON. I'll save it as a JSON, and you will be able to see this output in your preview. So it's resolving the metadata, so it's trying to load your preview. And as of now, this is the header and this is the body section, where in the body we have only the open and closing curly braces. So this will result now here in the right side. So once we see that particular result, we will type some coding in the data wave editor. So it's running a preview. Yeah, so if you see here, this is the output currently we have for our output, our program. So now what I'm going to do is we are going to write a case statement. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create that in one particular function, and we are going to call that function from our body. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a function. So in order to create any function, you have to write a fun function, and then you have to give a function name. Okay, so I'll just say process by different type. So this is my function name, and this function I'm going to keep some argument. So I'll just give my input as my argument, and then this is the syntax for function. You have to put equal to, and then this is the place I'm going to write my condition. Okay, so this is my input is whatever the value it's going to get passed from the function. So whenever I receive my input from anybody whoever is calling this program, I'll just going to take that value. I'm going to match, because this example we are going to write a match, and I'll just make this curly braces closed. So this is a match. So now in the match statement, right, if you go to the documentation, so we need to use a case. So now this input expression is nothing but our input. Okay, so this is my input, and it is matching, and then in the syntax you have to use a case. Okay, so now I'm going to use a case, and I'm going to check that case is string. Okay, so I'm going to check based on the data type, and then value whatever the, if it is matching, I'm going to print that is input type is string. Okay, so I'm just going to print this one. So this is my case. So now if I wanted to call this one, right, I have to call this process by different type. That is my function, which I'll give it here, process by different type, and in the bracket I'll just pass some 1 2 3. Okay, so which is a string. Okay, so because if you see here, I put in double colon, so maybe I'll change this 1 2 3 to some string itself, which is, I'll just call it as test. Okay, so if you see here, this test value is a string, so that is why its string is coming. So now if I wanted to match some value with the number, okay, so then if you wanted to specify or you wanted to identify your incoming field value is a number or string, then you can have a similar case statement where you can identify. Okay, so if you see here, I'm going to print this one as input is number. So here it is a test, right? So now I'll just copy this one and I'll put it here, and I'll just comment this one, and I'm going to check this one. So this is string, and I'll just pass 1 2 3. So if you see 1 2 3, right, whatever the input is getting passed, so it will get passed to here and it will go here is 1 2 3 and it will try to match 1 2 3 is number, right? So your type of that particular value is number. So the case is it's matching the type, and if you see here the input is number, so that is why the result is coming as input is number. For example, I wanted to handle the else condition. Okay, so for example in the else I wanted to say I wanted to identify the type. Okay, so if you wanted to identify the type, there is a existing function type of, we can use that. Okay, so I'll say type of, and then I'll just pass my input, type of my input. Okay, so now this is matching 1 2 3, number is already there, and if I wanted to pass some other type, okay, so I will just give for this sample, I'll just give some array. Okay, 1 comma 2 comma 34, this array has 3 element, I just pass that. So if you see here, type of my input is coming. So for here, if you wanted to add some additional string, so the array is getting printed because you are printing the only type of that particular value, right? So this is array. So for example, you wanted to print somewhere value here like this one, so you can print like this, input type is, I'll just copy that, I'll just print that, and then to concat you can add a plus plus symbol, so then it will come as a input type is array. So now what we have done, so we have created a function called process by different type, and whenever that value is getting matched, then we have a different case statement, or we call it a switch statement. So whenever that criteria is getting matched, that value is getting printed. So here, right, now I just check based on the data type, correct? So if it's a string, if it is a number, if it is else, then I have printed. So this is not only for the type. If you wanted to give actual value also, you can give it. For example, I just wanted to give one more condition. Okay, I'll add another case statement. Case is I'll just say it is ABC. Okay, so this is a value of string, right? So then if you you wanted to print that, right, this is matching with my input, right? So this is matching with my input, so I just wanted to print this one. So now instead of case, string or number data type matching, right, I wanted to print, or I wanted to match the exact value. So then what I'll do, I'll just go process by different type, I'll just give ABC. Okay, so ABC, I am just trying to match it, right? So if you see here, case ABC is, it's matching, the first one itself it's matching, so that's why this is matching with my input. Even though you have a string is second, but again it's matching with the exact value in the first itself, so that's why it's matching with the first case itself, and it's printing this value. So now if I give another value, right, like I am going to give test, so then it will not match with the first case statement, it will go to the second matching statement which is matching. Okay, so if you see here, the second one is string, right? So it's matching with input string, type is string. So if you wanted to give some other number, for example 54444, then if you give that, it will match with the number, so that's why it will give the type of number. Or you wanted to give with some other object or anything, then if you give a object, input type is object is coming. Or if you wanted to give array, similarly, right, I wanted to give object apple comma banana. Okay, so I've just given a input as array, so then that's the reason, you know, it's going to all the conditions not matching, so it's going to else condition, and else condition I'm trying to find what is the type, so that's why it's coming as input type is array. So now we have seen this one exactly in the function, right? So we can write directly here also. Okay, so I'll just minimize this one, or I'll just comment this one. For example, instead of typing in a function, you wanted to write it directly here. So how do you do it? So for example, in order to print anything in the key value pair, right? So what you'll do? So normally you will start and close the parenthesis, right? For example, I just wanted to give like my key as my input value. Okay, so now I wanted to type a case statement here. Okay, so then what you can do is, for example, you wanted to have a condition like this, then what you can do is, you can copy this one and put it here, and this input, for example, you wanted to match it with 1 2 3. Okay, so if you wanted to match it with 1 2 3, so if you see here, right, there is two curly braces. Okay, so this is for this match, and 3 issue found. Okay, I'm just checking what is that. Okay, my input is not there. Okay, so this my input is throwing an error because I'm just trying to find a type of this one, right? For example, this is not a function, right? So I'll just do this directly, I'll just copy this one and I'll just put it here. Or if you don't want that, you can I'll just comment this also. So now what is happening is, so whatever we wrote earlier, right, it's not getting executed because if I have commented everything. So this function currently it's not getting called from our body, right? So now what we are doing, so I have a curly braces which is starting and ending, which is nothing but this curly braces, and my input value is a key, and that key I have a condition like this. Okay, so now in order to print that value, right, I'm just trying to match 1 2 3 is matching with this any of this case statement. So now it is getting matched with 1 2 3 is matching with this input type is string. So for example, if I give ABC, then it will match with the first one. So this way you can write a case statement as well. So it's not something you have to write in a function. So you can type it in the flow of your coding as well. So for example, you have data wave coding directly you are trying to write in your payload. Then you can apply a match statement in there as well. For example, you wanted to match some of the payload value, right? Then you can match that as well. So for example, I'll just declare some variable for some quick demo, right? So I'll just say input a equal to 1 2 3. Okay, so which is number, right? So for example, I wanted to match, or I wanted to try this input a which is there, and I just wanted to match, right? So I'll just give that here, input a matching. So this is 1 2 3, right? So that's why it's printing. This is input type is number. For example, I'll just type one more, input b, and then I'll just create one object. Okay, so I'll just say name, and my name is tech lightning demo. Okay, so this is my string. So this is a key value pair. Okay, so if you wanted object, if you wanted to access the object, what you'll do? So this is input b, right? So I'll just say input b, and I just wanted to check that input b dot name. Okay, so that is string, nothing but it's a tech lightning demo is a string, right? So it's matching input b name. We are trying to access one of the field in the object, so that is nothing but tech lightning demo, right? So tech lightning demo is matching with input type is string. So this way you can directly validate any of the fields in your payload as well. Okay, so now in the sample I just tried with this input, right? For example, this is nothing but it's a payload, right? For example, you assume you are getting a payload in your object. Okay, so this is a payload. So for example, you are in the runtime you are getting a payload. Okay, so now in this demo I'm just storing my payload as this value. So for example, my payload, instead of input b, I'll just call it as this is a payload, right? Payload dot name match, correct? So this is, I just declare that as a string. So that is why input type is string is coming. So now if I wanted to change my value as 1 2 3, right? So this is not double quoted, which is number, right? So that's why it's matching with input type is number, because in the body what we are doing, so we are trying to match the input with a match operator. So when the match operator or match pattern in data wave, it will try to match with one of these case statement, and whenever it is matching whatever the value which you are trying to assign or print, right? So that is it's coming in the output as well. So now what we have seen today, so we have seen how pattern matching it's working in data wave. So in the version, so this is Mule 4.3. So we are checking in the Mule 4.3 version how data wave pattern matching is working through this simple demo. Thank you.
Hi, thank you for watching this video so far. If you like the video, please share it with your friends and also subscribe to this Tech Lightning channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.